What's going on, guys? I'm Josh from The Collecting Couple, and today we're going to be comparing the two Avengers Endgame Iron Man pops. Welcome back to another video, guys. Before we get into this video, make sure to leave a like down below, hit subscribe and the notification bell if you are new to The Collecting Couple so you know when we post new videos. But usually Samantha is here with me, and as she said yesterday, Leia just got her spay surgery, so that's our golden retriever dog for those of you who are new. So one of us is having to watch her and the other one is filming videos. So she is actually with me right now while Samantha's cooking dinner because we have to tag team taking care of this little doggy. We're going to take a look at the two Iron Man Funko Pops from Avengers Endgame, where Iron Man has the Infinity Gauntlet. So we have the original version from New York Comic Con 2019, and then we have the new PX Previews glow-in-the-dark Iron Man, I Am Iron Man Funko Pop. So we're going to be taking a look at the two. So this one came out first. This is the Iron Man from New York Comic Con 2019, and it was heavily anticipated when it came out because this was the first pop that came out from Avengers Endgame that had Tony Stark with the gauntlet. So if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, at the very end of the movie, spoilers I guess, but it's been out for over a year. At the very end of the movie, Tony Stark gets the Infinity Gauntlets, or the Infinity Stones, in his Iron Man armor, and he snaps Thanos' army away and tragically ends up dying in the process. But this was the first Funko Pop made from that movie that showed Tony Stark with that gauntlet. So this is a version that I bought because, and I think most people bought because it was the only one that existed of Tony Stark with this gauntlet. A lot of us noticed and pointed out, in fact, that this is extremely inaccurate to the movie. Pretty much the only accurate things are Tony Stark and he has the gauntlet. If you know the movie, in the scene he's on his knees and he's holding his hand up in the snap position. He's got blood on his face, and we'll get into that pop in just a second. But this one is a very clean version of the scene. So he's just standing up and he's kind of got the gauntlets in a pose where he's just kind of got it in a fist. He's got no bruising, he's got no blood, his hair is real nice. Overall, it's just, you know, a very clean version of what happens in that scene from the movie. So a lot of people bought it mostly because we thought this was going to be the only pop we got from this scene in the movie. There was a custom that was built, or at least designed, that was going around online that was more accurate to the scene of the movie. And so a lot of people ended up buying that custom pop. And then we had a few months later, Funko announces this version here. We have the I Am Iron Man PX Previews version from Avengers Endgame. So this one is actually very similar, in fact, to the concept that was going around, or the custom that was going around Instagram and Facebook. So similar, in fact, that I wonder if Funko actually had to contact the person who designed it and maybe even bought the design from them, because it's very similar, and this one is more accurate to the movie. So like I said, with this one, this New York Comic Con version, he's very clean and kept up and not on his knees, not even really in the pose at all that he was in the movie. But this version, this is the PX Previews glow-in-the-dark I Am Iron Man Funko Pop. And as you can see, the gauntlet does come with a piece of plastic. And we'll talk about why this one is so cool in just 1 second. This is pretty much straight out of the scene from the movie. So he's on his knees, he's got his hand in the snapping pose, he has the gauntlet, and you can see the energy, the gamma radiation energy that they say, or like the Infinity Stone energy, going up his arm. Just like in the movie, he's got a cut above his eyebrow where he was bleeding down the side, and you can see some slight shading of bruising on his face from the battle. What's cool about this pop is, it's, according to Funko, it is metallic. Now, comparing it to the version here from New York Comic Con, you can kind of actually tell that this is metallic. Now, not only that, this one actually is glow in the dark as well. So what glows on this is Iron Man's arc reactor, the Infinity Stones themselves, as well as this Infinity Stone, like gamma radiation electricity that's going on. So all of those components glow on this Funko Pop. And of course we have the base here. They incorporated a base where he's kneeling on the ground. So really cool. The hair is the same on these Pops. But overall, clearly this is the better one. It's more accurate to the scene from the movie. I think right now this one is going for $40 on Pop Price Guide, and this one is maybe going for, I want to say, in the $20 to $30 range. It's hard to say where the price on this is going to end up because so many people, I think, are going to end up getting it. We don't actually know how many Funko made whenever they put this into production, so they could have made a few thousand, thousands, tens of thousands. I don't know. There's no piece limit on it. It is a PX Previews exclusive, which is normally for like comic shops and stuff. That's actually where we bought this one. But other stores can get it as well. So I know like GameStop has it on their website. Entertainment Earth has had it. A lot of smaller retailers online have had it. So it's pretty much popping up everywhere. So I don't know if this one will be valuable or not. But a lot of people obviously really care for this one a lot more than the New York Comic Con one. And as an additional little bonus to the I Am Iron Man Funko Pop, they did put I Love You 3000 on the little tab there. So sometimes they put little quotes on there. I Love You 3000 was a quote from Avengers Endgame that a lot of people really liked and quote a lot when they're talking about when Iron Man passed away. So what happened with these Funko Pops? Like, why does this one even exist? If you had to ask me, I think it's because they needed to make something quick, because Avengers Endgame came out in April, and this was produced in, I have no idea when, later in 2019. It doesn't have an actual month on it. So, but if the Avengers Endgame came out late April, early May, they have to start production and design on these, get them printed by October, like sent out to people and on the shelf in October. So that's not a lot of time. It's about 3 months. So I think that they didn't have enough time to make something like this and produce it and get it really right. And so, in my opinion, I think this New York Comic Con version is kind of a cash grab by Funko. They realized that they needed a version of this pop. People would be wanting it as convention exclusive, so pump one out as quick as you can, even though it's not accurate, and we'll just get it right later down the road. So guys, what do you think about these Funko Pops? Which one do you like better? Of course, I personally think that this one is a lot better, but you guys might think this one's better. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think about these Pops? That's going to do it for today, guys. Make sure you check out tomorrow's video. Samantha should be doing a video with you guys tomorrow. Maybe put down in the comments some love for Leia Bell as she recovers from her surgery. But we will see you in the next video, and until then, remember, never stop collecting.